Hi, this is Fred Eisen. This is an overview of my railroad, which is the Chessie System Railroad, particularly the Western Maryland portion of it, between Baltimore and Hagerstown and Porter Siding and York. We're starting at the staging yards. The upper staging yard is Hagerstown. The yards are about 10 feet long or so. They hold an 11-car train, caboose, and a couple of locomotives. And then underneath Hagerstown, we have a two-track staging yard for the Reading Railroad, which we make a interchange connection with in Gettysburg. And the lower staging yard is Baltimore, Maryland. So here's the staging yard there. And then underneath, I'm modeling Penn Central Conrail. I'm modeling the year somewhere in the 70s. I haven't quite decided what. But the Conrail / Penn Central connects with the Western Maryland in York, PA. So as you come out of the Baltimore staging yard, you end up in Porter Siding. Porter Siding, and this is my interpretation, it is not exactly, the tracks are there, but they're not in the orientation as the real life Porter Siding, mainly because I couldn't get it to work with the design I have and the space I have. So I used foam back PVC for my backdrops, and I put 2-inch PVC at the end, where I'm just going to tie it together with some kind of plaster or something flexible so that I can paint it and detail it from there. The line going off this way is the Hanover sub out of Porter's towards Baltimore, or Hagerstown, sorry, and this line goes out towards York. Now, in order to get to the rest of the railroad, I need to walk back through past the staging yards and my workbench here. You see there's projects going on there. So, snow shovels, you might need those on Tuesday. Anyway, here we are. Now if you're taking a train to York, Pennsylvania on the York sub, you would come out of Porter Siding, real short distance into Spring Grove. Conrail Penn Central was on the lower line and Western Maryland is on the upper line. In real life they are exactly at the same elevation, however could make it work well. The Conrail Penn Central line is actually two reverse loops connected by a single track through York. I've used DCC Specialties ARs to throw the tortoise switch machines so that I can just let the train run in circles while I'm running the railroad or working on the railroad. This is the bridge just east of Spring Grove where the Western Maryland crosses over the Penn Central line. There was also an abandoned trolley line there, which the one track represents, off to the left. As we come around, this is the end of my peninsula. This is I think going to be the Walther's fuel loading place. Probably scratch built that a little bit, add some details to it. As we come around, we are entering York. The one spur tracks here will be several, hopefully large industries that will be up against the backdrop. And then we enter Lincoln Yard here. I will build a structure, an engine house that closely resembles the one that the Western Maryland had. I can go take pictures of it and things like that. I live in the area. And the tower in the background represents Lehigh Cement. So there'll be a couple spur tracks in there. As we come around towards York, the track in the background is at Hanover sub, which will be hidden for the most part by industry, buildings, false fronts, and things like this, or like that. So in the front here is the York Ma Western Maryland tracks. I've used Walther's, DPM, and Kings Mill backdrops to set up what I have right here. Scratch building the one structure there. Richmond Road crosses underneath the Ma and so kind of replicated that a little bit. Doesn't look exactly like it, but close enough. As we come around through York, A bunch of little industries here. I've actually put a staging track in the back right next to the Chessie system locomotives, which would be the Maryland, Pennsylvania staging track, which once again will be hidden for the most part by industries and false fronts and things like that. So as we come around to the end of York, there will be a scrapyard in the foreground where the Penn Central locomotive is, will be the engine house for the Maryland and Pennsylvania. So as we cross this short little lift out section, so I can get out of my basement, it's a short section into Hanover, Pennsylvania. So we enter Hanover, there will be a bunch of industries in the back, a couple in the front. The interchange track between the Western Maryland and Penn Central is right there. There is a diamond crossing, and I've replicated that there. That is part of the reverse loop for Conrail that goes around the outside of my helix. As we go into the helix, I'll show you what it looks like. I used Kato track on here, and we used 3/16 tempered masonite, doubled up and overlapped a little bit, and clear silicone caulk to glue it down. Actually, I used white up on the upper level. But anyway, you can see where that, and it works flawlessly for me right now. So Hanover actually goes to the upper level here, and Utz potato chips will be on top of the helix at some point. So as we come around the upper level through Hanover, we come up to the area where we go across just above where the lift out section is. And our layout's high enough that I can duck under. So there will be a little stream here. And then we'll end up in Bittinger Stone Plant. Bittinger was a plant where the Bethlehem Steel got all their stone for operating their Bethlehem Steel plant in Baltimore, Sparrows Point. So it's a high priority train for the Western Maryland. As you can see, there is an engine house in Bittinger, so I'll have to I'll model that. And as we come around the upper level, we'll come to another siding over here that will probably be the brickworks that's located along the line. And then as we continue on, though, there's a couple other industries over there. I haven't quite decided which ones to model yet, but we'll see. We have a grade crossing there, and I went around. I need to put the backdrop material back here. I haven't done that yet. That's access under the stairs for storage. You can see the Hagerstown in the background there. Now the line will cross underneath that bridge and go to the other side of my peninsula, so I'm just going to switch directions here on you. So when you come out of Hagerstown, you cross that bridge and you start down to 2% grade. The 2% grade continues on around pretty much into Gettysburg. So anyway, working in this area right now. There will be an industry here with a road in the foreground and a farm in the background. There's a road going up to the farm. There's a stream right here. And then if you've seen my other videos, this is the area where I shot those videos. You can see where you don't need much of an area scenic in order to make a good video, or a decent video. I won't say they were great. You can see where used a couple different scenic materials: Scenic Express, Woodland Scenics, and Scene Master. This area here, the Western Maryland passed through the Gettysburg battlefield, so this area right here will kind of represent that. It was in Western Maryland was in a cut, so kind of tried to replicate that. There'll be some statues and stuff in the area. Here's the grade crossing that was in the video. Added a truck in there for now. And there will be a farm in the background. As you can see, we're coming around towards the farm here. Now the grade ends about where the caboose is. And then the track there in the foreground is a lead for the Gettysburg, or for the Reading Railroad interchange with for the runaround, give the engines room to move around. So we're going to mess that up. Anyway, you can see there's a train sitting here. As we're coming around, this will be the town of Gettysburg in this area. So, and then you can see the bridge. This is the other side of the bridge, and the Reading Railroad going off into the staging yard. So that's kind of an overview of where I am at this point in the construction. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.